Germany is widely known for their preposterous fireworks display. And I am not talking about some amazing firework display that the city puts on. No, most people here in Germany buy their own fireworks, light them off like it's a war zone here, left, right, and center, on people's roofs, and their windows, and their cars. Ambulance sirens are just going off. I actually don't know many foreigners who are living in Germany who actually enjoy the Silvester festivities. Frohes Neues! Are you lying in bed right now, totally trying to catch up from the lack of sleep that you had last night? That's okay, I probably am too. I filmed this a few days ago. I want to talk today not just about the traditions that we have on New Year's Eve here in Germany, but traditions that they have on New Year's Day. However, there are a few things that you need to know first. If you are not German, it's time we get you up to speed. New Year's Eve is not called New Year's Eve in German. It is also not directly translated. They call it Silvester. You also don't wish someone a happy new year. Well, you could say Frohes Neues when the new year actually comes. But leading up to Silvester and the new year, you say einen guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr, which means have a good slide into the new year. This is not something we actually say in English. I have had so many Germans ask me recently, what's the translation? Like, what would you say? If you can't say have a good slide into the new year, what do you say? Well, have a happy new year. They just look at me with this like blank face, which I guess may be similar to not wishing someone a happy birthday before their birthday. They're like, why would you wish someone a happy new year when it's not the new year yet? But in my mind, as a Canadian, you're wishing them a happy new year for the new year. Like, I don't know. But we don't say have a good slide, we say have a happy new year. And if you're only gonna watch a couple minutes of this video, you do need to know that Germany is widely known for their preposterous fireworks display. And I am not talking about some amazing firework display that the city puts on. No, most people here in Germany buy their own fireworks, light them off like it's a war zone here, left, right, and center, on people's roofs, and their windows, and their cars. Ambulance sirens are just going off. I actually don't know many foreigners who are living in Germany who actually enjoy the Silvester festivities. If you do, let me know in the comment section below why. Although I do love the display of fireworks, I also love being in the background and not being in the middle of it all. I was in the old town in Düsseldorf once and I will never go back again. My mom is here this year and she is celebrating Silvester with us for the first time, but I am also not going to put her in this situation either. I think we're gonna stay home, have a potluck dinner with some friends, maybe go outside, watch the fireworks from a distance. Anyway, we'll go more into Silvester traditions after, but I think what might be more interesting for you is, what are you gonna do today? It's New Year's Day. You might be tired or you might have a lot of energy, so what could we possibly do on New Year's Day? Well, here we are, another year over. A new one just began. And since most of you might be in bed recovering from last night anyway, how about not even getting out of bed? A tip from me, not from the Germans, is if you're gonna do one productive thing today, make it cheesy and write your resolution list. Lie in bed and write down that resolution list. I posted a video a couple years ago on my resolutions and I actually went back and watched that yesterday and couldn't believe how many I actually checked off. I have to say though, I learned how to drive in Germany. I definitely integrated more into the culture. The one that I didn't tick off completely was that I really wanted to learn how to speak better business German. So I'm adding that onto my resolution list this year. And if improving your German is also going on your bucket list for 2024, then listen up. I've been learning a lot of my German with Lingoda over the past 10 years. The good thing about them is that they run classes online via Zoom with 3 to 5 students and a native speaking teacher, not just in the German language, but also in English, French, Spanish, business English, and German. But they are also the sponsor for today's video. I know you're tired, you can stay in bed, you don't have to learn the language today, but you might want to add it to your resolution list. So Lingoda's awesome. They sent me over an email and said, we want to help you and your readers conquer the new year by learning a new language. So they've sent me a discount link that I will include down below that gives you you up to 30% off your class fees. But before I bash my own German and say that I haven't learned enough, I have had so many language wins in the past year that I think is worth recognizing. I have 2 kids, which means I am conversing every day in the German language now with the Kita, with the Tagespflege, with parents. This real-time practice has done so much for me. And having Lingoda on my side over the past years has been kind of that confidence boost to kind of kick me in the butt and actually get out there and start speaking. So you've got a lot of flexibility with Lingoda. They have different plans to support different types of learners. For social learners like myself, you can join a class of up to 5 students. One lesson is 1 hour, run on Zoom. But for individual learners, they also have one-on-one classes. So just to give you a better understanding, Lingoda runs on a subscription basis, which means you can sign up for 5, 12, 20, or 40 lessons per month. You can cancel at any time or make changes to your plan if you'd like, but you can pick your classes 24/7, which means even in the middle of the night, if there's a class going on, there's a native speaking teacher halfway across the world teaching you. There are some amazing programs out there, but when it comes to actually learning the language interactively with a native speaking teacher, I definitely recommend from my personal experience to check out Lingoda. Face-to-face online learning really gave me the push that I needed. So if you think this is something that might work for you and for your schedule, then don't forget I'm going to leave that link down below for you. So now that we've added that to your bucket list, what else do people do on New Year's Day? Well, Germans being Germans often actually just go for a nice brisk walk outside in the afternoon, rain or shine, or they might invite some friends or family over for dinner, maybe eat some leftovers from the night before. And something very typical here in Germany is actually to go to a New Year's Day concert. Many people across Germany tune in, even on their TV, to watch the Philharmonie in Vienna, which has one of the most spectacular New Year's concerts that you can watch. I'll actually link a video up above so that you can check what it's all about. Otherwise, I'll include a link down below, which includes some other amazing New Year's concerts around Germany. Perhaps one is in your city and you didn't even know. So there's a few traditions for New Year's Day to keep you busy, but if you don't live in Germany and you're curious about what just happened last night, what went on during Silvester or New Year's Eve, it's actually very common to Canada, which means you are going out, probably to dinner. You're gonna celebrate with your friends or your family. There's a fireworks display. In Canada, it's not as crazy as in Germany, but there are a couple very special and very unique things to Germany. One of them being, how could I forget, A Dinner for One. This is actually a movie. It is a black and white film filmed in the English language back in 1963, where millions of Germans, as a ritual, turn on their TV. It's on many different public broadcasting stations here in Germany just to watch this short film. It is about an old woman celebrating her 90th birthday, pretty much not with it anymore. She's got a butler and she is having dinner with her friends who aren't actually there. She is having dinner for one. I'm not gonna spoil it. It is very funny. If you haven't watched it yet, you're not German. I'll leave a link down below so you can watch it too. But another very unique thing to Germany is the food and drink that they indulge in on Silvester. For example, I talked about this Feuerzangenbowle, and I mentioned in my last Christmas market video that I thought it was special to Düsseldorf. One of you corrected me. It's actually not a Düsseldorf tradition, it's German-wide, and this is not just for Christmas, but a popular drink of choice on New Year's Eve. Champagne and Sekt as well. Germans also like to eat donuts, but don't tell them I called it that. They're actually called Berliner here, or Krapfen, which is basically, a donut, powdered donut filled with red jelly or jam. I've heard that having a big carp fish for dinner is also a very festive thing. I've never done it. What's really popular here in Düsseldorf is actually raclette. So it's like this stone that is heated and then you can put a bunch of veggies and meat on top to cook, and then underneath is this little griddle where you put veggies in a little dish and then cover it in cheese, and you pop it in and the cheese melts over top of it. It is absolutely delicious. We've killed our electricity box doing this before, so we haven't done it in the last 5 years. It also makes your house stink if you're using the delicious stinky cheeses or alpine cheeses, but it is really delicious. Many people actually also go out for dinner, so you'd need to make a reservation well ahead of time. You can likely find raclette there. If not raclette, then cheese fondue is also very popular, or maybe even chocolate fondue as well. So what did we get up to last night? Well, I'm filming this a few days prior too, but we have invited our friends over for a potluck dinner. If you've not heard of what potluck means, maybe it's a Canadian term. It's when everybody brings their own dish or appetizer or drink, and then we just put it all on the table, and it's a big smorgasbord of different foods. Yes, I said smorgasbord, which sounds like some sort of Scandinavian term, maybe, but this is an English word, or it's a word that we use in Canada a lot. Anyway, we'll probably head outside with the kids, do some sparklers, eat, drink, and be merry as parents. Maybe even head to bed early and then wake up for the fireworks. We'll see how long everybody stays over. I hope that you had an absolutely amazing New Year's Eve, that you're ready for 2024. Thank you for joining me always on this amazing YouTube journey of mine. If you're not subscribed yet, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video for more similar content. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.